Start with the developing story this morning. The Madlanga Commission of Inquiry says it's worried about Brown Mogotsi's safety after an attempt on his life. His car was shot several times in Vosloorus last night. The controversial businessman, alleged to be an associate of Police Minister Sinto Mchunu, is due to testify at the Commission on his alleged undue influence on the police. Newzroom Afrika's Athlenda Mathe joins us now on this developing story at the Vosloorus police station. Linda, good morning to you. What do we know about what's actually happened here?
Well, the police at this moment are still waiting for Brown Mogotsi to come and give a statement that will give a clear indication of what really happened. And I want to just bring in Athlenda Mathe, who, is currently updating us on what the status of Brown Mogotsi's statement is. Let's listen in.
Scene where we found a security official, as explained earlier on, and we also found Mr. Brown Mogotsi. He was alone. And he explained to us that there was a white Maki that was following him. And then they started shooting at him and so on. So in terms of our investigations, police, our investigating team is estimating at around 11 rounds fired at the vehicle. But our investigators are still at the scene, combing the scene, just to ensure that we leave nothing to chance, to collect all physical evidence. You'll recall that this incident happened quite late at night. So they're just back at the scene to ensure that they did not miss anything. So the acting station commander has attempted to call Mr. Brown Mogotsi again in the last 5 minutes. Just to check on him that will he be making his way to the station as promised to open a case, because we are yet to take his statement. So he's not answering the phone. We are still waiting for him to present himself at this particular station so that we can take down his statement. But you will recall that on the 16th of October, our investigating team that is investigating a case of defeating the ends of justice, corruption and fraud that was opened by Lieutenant General Athlenda Mathe. That investigating team on the 16th of October made their way to Mahikeng, where Mr. Brown Mogotsi originates from. They visited his business premises in an attempt to execute the search and seizure warrant of his gadgets in that particular case. And he then indicated he was not around. And he then made several promises to present himself before the investigating team so that we can execute that particular search and seizure warrant. We can confirm that as of today, we are still waiting for him and his lawyers. They've made another promise. They made another promise last week to meet the team. They did not honor that promise. They did not honor that appointment. We know that they have made another promise that they will then meet with the investigating team tomorrow to execute that particular search and seizure warrant. So we are hoping that him and his lawyer will honor that particular appointment so that the team can continue with that investigation of defeating the ends of justice, fraud and corruption. So as of now, from the 16th of October up until now, Mr. Brown Mogotsi has been a no-show.
So this is how he basically operates. It would seem that, he does not cooperate with the police. Are you hoping that things will be any different now, given that he was an alleged victim?
And his phone is also off, from what we understand.
Yeah, he alleges that his phone is not working, so he gave the acting station commander a person that he identifies as his bodyguard. He gave him his number. He gave the station commander that number. That phone is ringing unanswered. We attempted to make contact just about, I think it's 8 minutes ago, just to find out how far are they in terms of making their way to the Vosloorus police station to open a case and for his statement to be taken down. So we are hoping that with what the lawyers have communicated with our investigating team, he will honor the appointment, tomorrow's appointment. But as of now, from the 16th of October, he has not honored any appointment.
Is there any indication this may have been an attempt by Mr. Mogotsi to flee?
Well, I can't comment on that. I think for now I can only say that we have been trying to reach out to him. He does answer his phone sometimes when he feels like it, but we do believe that he's got a case to answer to, and he must present himself before the investigating team. So it does seem, as of now, to date, he's not cooperating.
And with this particular case, the attempted murder case, what will happen to the docket if he does not answer his phone, if he does not come to give a statement? Are you just simply going to close it?
No, we cannot close it. We need to solve the case. Like I've indicated, there are resources that have been, spent here. There's personnel that was sent to that particular crime scene. So we need to get to the bottom of what exactly happened. So whether Mr. Mogotsi presents himself, makes himself available for a statement to be taken, we are continuing with an investigation into the attempted murder. And when the case has been finalized, I think we will make all those details, public information to say what we have uncovered thus far. But Mr. Mogotsi's statement is important to assist us to really ascertain what may have transpired and what really happened last night.
And then lastly, has the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry offered him any security in that regard?
Well, I cannot comment on the issues around Madlanga Commission. I think Mr. Jeremy, who is the spokesperson, is better positioned to comment on that aspect.
So if it happens that this may have been staged, and I say if, would you charge him?
No, absolutely. I mean, that is defeating the ends of justice. Like I've indicated, I mean, if we are sending out, pulling out police resources and mobilizing police resources, various experts, members of visible policing, our detectives to attend to a particular crime scene, I mean, that's diversion of resources. We could have utilized those resources for a case, that it would be required, such resources would have been required. So if indeed we do find out that it was staged, but we are not there yet, we have not made that determination. Remember, we are still investigating. But if indeed it was staged, then we'd have to add a charge of defeating the ends of justice. So we are hoping it was not staged and that this is genuine, and that there was an actual attempt on his life. That's why we have registered a case of attempted murder. But looking at the car, we don't see any blood. We don't see anything that suggests that Mr. Mogotsi was injured in the process or wounded. And the police officers that attended to the crime scene yesterday, they also confirmed that he was unscathed, he was not injured, and there are no bullet wounds to his body.
Did he indicate where he would be found in case, something happens to his phone? Are his whereabouts known?
Well, for now, we don't know where he is. But like I indicated earlier, he indicated that around 8 o'clock this morning, he will present himself at the station so that he can take down his statement. So we are still waiting. So we'll be here the whole day just to wait for him so that our investigators are able to take down his statement and ask him further, questions and get more information. Where was he coming from at that time of night? Where was he going? And just to give us more description on this vehicle that he alleges that was following him, because for now we only know of a white Maki that was following him. He couldn't give us the make of the Maki. So we are also looking for that particular Maki, but we are also then on the ground interviewing possible witnesses, those that may have seen what happened in the community. So our teams are on the ground in terms of investigating this particular case.
What's the way forward should Mr. Mogotsi fail to present himself to police today?
Look, we're investigating. Investigations won't stop because he's not cooperating. Remember, he's a victim here, and we want to assist him. So we urge him to make himself available and present himself to the Vosloorus police station as a victim of a crime that has happened last night.
Thank you so much.
It's a waiting game, Stephen. The police are waiting for Brown Mogotsi to present himself to the Vosloorus police station to give a statement, give police a way forward, give police something to work with, a description of the vehicle that was allegedly following him, because from what Athlenda is telling us, he did not give the make of that vehicle. So police are waiting for him. He indicated that he would present himself around the 8 o'clock hour, and I see it's around 13 minutes after 9, so it's over an hour now that they've been waiting. They've tried to make contact with him, but it seems those efforts are unsuccessful at this point. It seems this is not the only time that he's needed to present himself. Issues related to the search and seizure warrant that the police wanted to execute still outstanding. He's promised to get back to them, but they're saying they're still waiting. So it seems at this point, one would say this is a challenge that the police are experiencing when it comes to Brown Mogotsi. Athlenda Mathe emphasizing an important point, that he is a victim in this particular instance and would need to present himself so that the police can continue with investigating that case of attempted murder. His failure to present himself to the police does not mean that the docket will be closed. It just simply means they will continue investigating without him. And if it happens that this may have been staged, the police say they will charge him with defeating the ends of justice, because these are resources that could have gone somewhere else. So at this particular point, it's still a waiting game. But of course, the Madlanga Commission indicates that they're quite concerned about his safety. Take a listen.
And so certainly the Commission is concerned about these developments. I was in touch with, Brigadier Athlenda Mathe, the SAPS national spokesperson this morning, a short while ago. And of course, the detail is still sketchy at this stage. I certainly hope that we will get a detailed update during the course of this morning, once SAPS has been able to ascertain what happened. But for the part of the Commission, we certainly are concerned for the safety of Mr. Mogotsi and, of course, all other witnesses who are to appear before the Commission to assist the Commission in getting to the bottom of the allegations made by Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi